Welcome to the podcast about venture capital, where investors and founders alike can learn how VCs make decisions and reach conviction. Your host is Nick Moran, and this is The Full Ratchet.
Welcome back to The Full Ratchet. On today's special segment of Investor Stories, the investors address trends, sectors, and markets that they think are positioned for outsized returns in the future. This is the segment called What's Next? On today's special segment, we have Miriam Rivera of Ulu Ventures. Miriam, can you talk about sectors or trends that you're bullish on?
We're really experimenting a lot in fintech right now. We're participating, for example, as individuals in the Kauffman Fellows DAO to understand DAOs and how decision-making happens in that environment. And we're also looking at fintech opportunities in the crypto space and trying to understand, is there really any there? How could we evaluate cryptocurrencies as a mode of investment? Because a lot of the times we don't find that people have fundamental use cases like in other businesses that is how we traditionally look at making investment decisions. So now we're bringing in expertise in other areas to help us evaluate that market and how we might play differently in that market.
On today's special segment, we have Steve Sarracino of Activant Capital. Steve, can you talk about sectors or trends that you're bullish on?
Yeah, so like we mentioned, supply chain and fulfillment. I'm very bullish on that. And it's not just last mile, it's ocean, air, freight, providing visibility, TMS solution. I think that supply chain is just going to be an issue given sort of geopolitics and global dynamics for a long time. And being able to shift quickly and know where your inventory is going to be. We like B2B commerce and payments. So sort of anything to do with identity, KYC, also B2B and crypto. So being able to transact with, tokenized transactions, super interested in that. Yeah, we've got a whole list of stuff. But right now, identity across like a number of different factors actually is becoming really important. So like account creation, not just for consumers, but for businesses, we're finding very interesting. So a lot of the sort of B2B offline transactions are going to move online. How do you reduce friction?
On today's special segment, we have Anna Mason, Managing Partner of Revolution's Rise of the Rest Fund. Anna, can you talk about sectors or trends that you're bullish on?
Yes, I've been spending a fair amount of time recently in next-gen additive manufacturing and the 3D space, and really hadn't spent very much time or focus on this space in the last couple of years, but I'm very fascinated by and bullish on the sector-led and business-led focus on reshoring opportunities. And this cuts across everything from the medical and healthcare space to agriculture and food to now focus on manufacturing and 3D printing actually in the furniture space. So this is an area where I think my core conviction comes from the fact that I actually think consumers don't really care at all whether or not something is 3D printed. In the first sort of iteration or two of this industry, it was a little bit more of a novelty. But now where you have industry verticalized and focused end uses of these products, where you have a number of very large industries where retailers are really focused on maintaining both prices to the end consumer and margins in a really high inflationary environment. And you have that set against the backdrop of all sorts of socioeconomic and geopolitical tensions, perhaps unlike some we've seen in our lifetime to date. I think the refocus on seeing reshoring not just as an economic imperative, but perhaps also as a national security opportunity is particularly compelling. And so it also has gotten me into an area where it's been a lot of fun to flex and really cultivate new muscles. I wouldn't necessarily say material science has long been a core area of domain expertise for me, but it's an industry that I'm fascinated in. We've already made 2 bets across different industry verticals in the portfolio, and I actually continue to look for others.
Awesome. That will conclude this installment of Investor Stories. If you're enjoying the program and would like to see it continue, take a moment and leave a 5-star review in iTunes. Also, if you'd like updates on new content from TFR, as well as the top 10 VC articles every week, go to fullratchet.net and sign up for the newsletter. Okay, that will wrap things up for today. Until next time, over-prepare, choose carefully, and invest confidently. Thanks for joining me.